If you have ever looked at a pile of laundry on your floor and decided, nah, it lives there now, congratulations, you aren't lazy, you are actually in perfect harmony with the fundamental laws of the cosmos. Seriously, there is a deep, unwritten rule built into the fabric of reality, and it's called the principle of least action. Nature hates wasting energy. If the universe can get away with doing the absolute bare minimum to make something work, it will. And weirdly enough, that cosmic laziness is the only reason we are alive today. Let's start with shapes. Have you ever noticed that almost everything big out of there is a ball? Stars, planets, moons, none of them are cubes. None of them are triangles. Now, a book or an AI might tell you this is because of the breathtaking grandeur of gravitational symmetry. But let's be real, gravity is just a cheap landlord cutting corners. When you have a massive amount of stuff like quadrillions of tons of cosmic dust, gravity pulls it all toward a center point. A sphere is simply the absolute easiest, most mathematically lazy shape to maintain. It requires the least amount of surface area for the volume it holds. If a planet tried to be a cube, the corners would stick out. Gravity would have to work overtime to hold those corners up against the planet's own weight. So, the universe says, nope, too much work. Collapse the corners and rolls it into a ball. It gets weird when you look at light. Light is the fastest thing in existence, moving at roughly 3 lakh kilometers per second. You had think something that fast would be dynamic, aggressive, and easier to explore. But light is the ultimate commuter. It takes the path of absolute least resistance every single time. When light travels through space and hits our atmosphere, it doesn't just flow straight through because air is thicker than empty space. Light actually bends its path to minimize the amount of time it spends traveling through the dense stuff. Literally, calculate the quickest shortcut through the traffic jam of our atmosphere. And that cosmic speed limit 1,86,000 miles per second. Physicists think that's not just a random number, it might just be the maximum processing speed of reality. The universe doesn't render the graphics any faster because, well, why should it? Up until a few decades ago, nobody was even looking closely enough to notice. We tend to look out at the night sky and see this terrifying complex machine. We think of the cosmos as an overachiever, billion year old galaxies, black holes, tearing apart space time, exploding stars. But when you peel back the physics, the universe is just a giant system trying to take a nap. It's consistently trying to distribute its energy evenly, cool down, and reach a state of complete rest. We call that entropy. And here's the beautiful part, complex things like trees, oceans, and you can only exist because of this flow from high energy to low energy. We are the brief cathodic eddies in a river that is trying to flatten out. We exist because the universe is trying to wind down. So, the next time you feel guilty for taking a shortcut or for choosing the chows over the gym, don't be too hard on yourself. You are not falling. You are just obeying the same fundamental physics that shaped Saturn's rings and guided the light of the very first stars. The universe is lazy, and honestly, same.